Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Put a Ring on It. I know I'm really late, but as I've already told y'all before, I had a lot of stuff going on. Um, I was not in the right headspace to do anything, but I'm feeling a little bit better now, so we're gonna see how this goes. And I finally watched all of the shows that I was supposed to be doing recap reviews on as of right now. So, anyway, let's get on to this one. So they basically finished up everything that they wanted to talk about with Charlena and Otis, and basically got down to the root of pretty much the fact that he is not here for this last date, this closure date that she's talking about she needs with that man. And it's obvious that he has a problem with it. But when Dr. Nicole asked him what he felt about it, he was like, nothing. And so she was like, oh, Mr. Otis. And everybody started laughing because it's like, sir, now you know you have a problem with it. Like, why are you trying to act like you don't have a problem with that? You know you do. So stop. Anyway, eventually he was just like, I don't understand why she talking about she need a closure date with him. And it's obvious that he is being disrespectful. Like he's disrespectful at this point because it's like, you know, this person has a man. Why would you then sit up here and say, basically, I'm gonna see if I can take him away from you and all this other stuff? But you know, after all was said and done, Dr. Nicole was like, oh, I thank you for your, input, and moved right along. So this week's task is going to be the ladies are going to a bridal shop where they're going to try on dresses, and they need to, ponder on what they want to do or where they think they are headed with their relationships and what they want for themselves, and whether or not somebody going to be putting a ring on her or they need to go on by their business, which all of them need to, in all honesty. So the ladies went, and Charlena looked beautiful. Like everybody looked beautiful in their dresses. And to make a long story short, everybody was like, "Oh, we're in this great space" and all this other stuff. But Shorty, of course, is not in a great space. But she said that there were some things that she and Kenneth talked about, and it is what it is. But I'm just like, girl, y'all know that this is not what it is. I don't know why y'all trying to act like it's great. Like, yeah, the dress looks nice, but the dresses look good on all of y'all, but y'all relationships are trash. It's not what it needs to be. Y'all have not progressed enough, and y'all don't need to be getting married. Y'all do not even need to be together with these folks no more. It is what it is. I ain't really nothing even to talk about as far as what happened in that dressing room. So then we end up seeing Alfonso and Shay going out on a date together, and they're talking, and so he over here talking about, yeah, I can't see myself living without you and being without you and all this other stuff. And he was being nice to her. And ultimately, she was like, everything you saying sounds good and nice, but things still need to change. And you need to talk to your mama. You need to talk to your baby mama. All these other things need to happen because you opened a whole nother chapter. You opened a whole nother book when you ain't even closed the last book. Like, too much was going on. And like, it is what it is, and we all know what that means. He was sitting up here in a whole relationship with somebody else, and then just jumped into something with her, and then the fact that you go on vacations and all this other stuff with the baby mama and don't even include her. They don't even know each other, haven't really met. I don't think. Like, it's just like, come on now, this don't even make no sense at this point. But he talking about, oh, I've learned this much. I've learned. I don't think you learned nothing. I don't understand. I don't understand why people think that the Rick Ross look is just everything. Migos, Rick Ross, all of that. Just because it's designer don't mean that it's everything. She was like, you can't come out no more. That's only for me. You only wear that for me. Don't be coming out here looking this good. Girl, who am I? Anyway, but let him tell it he doing everything he can, and and she kind of buying it, and I'm like, girl, if you want to buy it, do what you do. But he talking nice to her. He talking nice to her, but I ain't buying it. We ended up seeing the closure date between Otis and the woman who he had been going out with 3-4 times. And ultimately, he was just like, I've learned a lot, and I appreciate you coming out with me. And, it is what it is. This is all that's going on. Ain't nothing going on between you and I. I see everything going the way it needs to go with my girlfriend. And so I was like, child. But meanwhile, on Charlena's date, she over here have her closure date. And he over here talking about he wishes that he could continue to get to know her and all this other stuff. And, of course, he thought they were going to go further. And I'm like, sir, you were just over here talking game. That was straight game you was trying to spit to her. And I don't even understand why she fell for it. Like, he was the lamest out of all the people that even, like, he was the only lame out of all of the dudes that she had any dealings with. And I was just like, why y'all sitting up here living? Okay, anyway, I'm trying not to do it. My bad. I apologize. But yeah, anyway, moving right along, everybody's closure date happened. So then we see Alfonso on the phone with his child's mother, and he's trying to explain to her that he is in this process with Shay and that he acknowledges that he did things wrong, but he has changed and that he's working on himself and a lot has happened in this amount of time and whatever. And so she was like, okay, that's all good and dandy that you done sat up here. You feel like you're redeemed and that you have, healed and done what you need to do. But I'm over here still broken because you left me in it. And I'm just like, whoa, child, what? Is he still dropping something off to her on the regular or something? Because like I don't feel like he's being faithful to Shay. I said what I said. Most of these dudes, they got baby mamas and things that are in situations like him. I know he dropping off the check, but is he dropping off more than a check at this point? Because it's like, girl, I'll be like, it's over with. He tried me. It's been long enough to where she should have healed, despite the fact what he did. I'm just saying, like, at this point, he is living in a home with a whole nother woman. But you still somewhat pining after him. But at the same time, I still have to, give her due because they going on family vacations together. Now, there are people who can do that and the feelings aren't there. Like when Will Smith and the ex-wife was doing all of that. I don't see the point. Like, I'll give y'all money. If I got money like that, millions upon millions and billions upon billions, or however much Will Smith and Jada and all them got, girl, here goes some money for you. I'm not trying to be on vacation with you. I'm not trying to be there. Yeah, my son can go. Trey, go on ahead and go with your daddy and your stepmama and your siblings. Go do that. But I'm not trying to be on vacation with y'all. I'm not trying to do it. Like, I don't see the point. I'm pretty sure they slung that woman plenty of money over the years. I just never saw the point. And for her to just be in this situation, Alfonso's child's mother, I don't understand. And it's like, the situation, but you're like, oh, okay, let's go on these family trips. And just because his mama still like you because you're the only thing that she knows, that doesn't make it right. And whether or not his mama is older or whatever, it's like, girl, you accept it or, girl, I'm sorry, I done got to a point in my life where if my family accepts somebody or not, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Of course, I would love for my parents to accept the person that I'm with. Of course, I would love for them to accept the person that I'm with. But if they don't, and I know they are for me, then I'm just going to have to be like, I'm just going to have to respectfully just not come to a lot of stuff with that person or whatever. Or y'all going to have to learn to put some respect on it because it is what it is. Because, like, my thing is, if I'm with this person and they're doing right by me and they make me happy, what's the problem? What's the harm that's being done? But yeah, he over here convincing himself that he's changing all this. I don't believe it. Hopefully she don't be a dummy at the end of this, which I think she is going to be. She might prove me wrong in the end, though. I don't know. And she going to be the one saying, yes, I'll marry you. Girl, bye. Anyway, we see Kenneth and Shorty, and they're having a date. And the fact that she said, I realized that I was going on these other dates with all these other people, and I should have been putting all of this effort and energy into, dates and stuff with my man. So she going out. And they're going to like a yoga type situation. They're cuddling and all this. And so this is something that Dr. Nicole has set up. And it's at a point now where the two of them are not going well at all. They are clashing very badly. It's to the point where she was like, I don't understand why you would set up a date for us to cuddle, have physical touch or any of this. When I don't even want to hold hands with this man. I don't even want to be in the same room with this man at this point. Like, I don't want anything to do with him. Like, y'all is that bad? Y'all, Lord have mercy. So they got him doing all these exercises where, he's sitting his head in her lap and all this other stuff. And so they're supposed to be talking. He over here trying to tell her, look, I just need for you to understand that I got the financial aspect handled and that I'm going to show you. And this is what he's been saying the entire time. I'm going to show you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be handling all the financial stuff and I can do these things. And so she looking like, look, I hear you. You've been talking this entire time. I hear you saying you're going to handle all this stuff. I hear you saying you're going to do all this stuff. But I need to be able to see. I need for it to be put into action. And so at this point, he ain't really trying to talk about that. He want to move on and just kind of gloss over stuff and just talk about anything but the problems at hand because she came in the door ready to leave. I'm sorry. From what I'm seeing on this show, she is not here for him and she has been trying and she's been trying to leave him this entire time. So it's like, girl. But he was just like, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be cleaning, I'm gonna take over all this stuff. She's the breadwinner. And she was just like, I don't understand. Like, he's just like, I don't want you to believe in me. And at this point, he's tired of fighting. It's not going well. It is what it is. The session is going to end. But before they get to the end, she was like, this is the realization. We are two puzzle pieces that do not fit. And he was like, look, I ain't really trying to hear all that because that don't even matter. That don't even matter. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to be present. I'm the type, I'm trying to go get a saw or something, a hacksaw or something, and I'm a make these puzzle pieces fit. I'm gonna make it fit. I'm gonna try to fix it. I'm just like, ooh, child, y'all, it's a mess. But he was just like, nothing ever adds up for her. Nothing's ever good enough for her. There's no pleasing her. And he's still trying to kiss on her and, do all of this. And it's just to the point where he talking about whenever she can't handle the truth, she always wanna point to the door. So then it's so deep. They done went to the next scene, and the next scene is Kenneth and Shorty again at the house. So he over here asking her if she wants some wings that he cooked. She ignoring him and on the phone. And so he like, what's Ann? What's going on? They talking, and she was like, we need to talk. Like, it's a lot going on. And he's drunk as usual. As I've already told y'all before, he need to put the drinks down. Like every time almost every single scene he's in, he has a drink in his hand or he has already been drinking. And so he is very loud, belligerent, doing the most. And she's like, he is over here doing the most and bashing me. And he got this liquid courage in him. But okay, like, he doing a lot. He over here, he done read her down to myself. You ain't even my flavor. And like, he went off. He was like, people telling me you need to come back. That ain't who you like or whatever. I was like, what is really going on? And she was just like, look, I don't want no parts of this. You showing me the true you. This is taking you all of this time to get the ball rolling. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got your life together. I just want you to get your life together. I want you to do right. I need you to do what you need to do. And then he just kept being disrespectful. She was like, you know what? So it's over with, right? Like, this relationship is over with, right? So when would you like to get everything signed over and all of that? Like, you can get on out now. It is what it is. And then he was like, how about now? So, yeah, why not? I can get out today. So she was like, you can go ahead and get out. And so, like, he really doing the most. And he was talking about we'll be the best of friends and all this other stuff. It had gotten so bad that production had to say something like, all right, come on, Ken, you're doing too much. And he ain't got no luggage. That's one thing people should have is luggage. I even have luggage. And I ain't going nowhere. Not really. But he ain't got no luggage. She was like, if you need it, I can give you my luggage. You're like, you ain't got no luggage. You ain't got to get that back. Like, she in the confessional, like, all the money that you would have owed me for bills this month, you ain't even got to give me that. You gonna need it. I'm pretty sure you gonna need that. She packing garbage bags. Because she was like, look, get your stuff because I don't want you to be doing all this. And so he was like, I'll be back in another day, in a few days. He over here packing stuff. Like, he really doing the most. And she was like, he must be really delusional if he thinks that we're going to be friends after all this has gone down. But anyway, that was the episode. It was a lot. It was a lot. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe if you have not. Thumbs up this video. And let's talk about it down in the comment section.